and welcome back to the channel. Today I am so excited to be sharing a new series here on the channel. This is going to be a series of different island entrances and multiple different themes. I have so many ideas for different themes that I want to try, but today I have a few little items set up like a little mood board, and I've downloaded a few codes. And if you can't tell already, today we're going to be working on Kidcore. I have never tried to decorate in this style before. Literally ever since this game came out, I've always been so afraid to decorate in Kidcore for whatever reason. It just seems like the antithesis of my favorite sort of theme, which is probably forest core or cottage core, and it just kind of intimidated me, and so I just never tried it. But honestly, spoiler alert to the end, I had so much fun doing this entrance. I felt like I used so many items that I wouldn't ordinarily use, and I just felt like so creative and just like free doing this entire entrance. So I'm loving this series so far, and I'm very, very excited to keep going. I hope that you guys end up being as excited about it as I am. Hopefully it can give you guys some inspiration for island entrances. I know that that's something that people struggle the most with, is just like how to get started with your island. So hopefully this can give you some inspiration or a place to start. I do get a few questions about, hey, is it okay if I copy your build, or would that upset you? Absolutely not. That's definitely why I post my videos here on YouTube for you guys. So if you take inspiration, you want to copy things, definitely feel free to do that. It is so sweet of you, and you're welcome to post it and tag me or don't tag me. It's all good either way. I'm just so happy that you were inspired and that you're having fun playing the game. But for this little entrance here, I wanted to set up like a stall sort of setup, like a shop or something, with just like some knickknack items and toys and things like that. And I found this custom design code that I thought was so cute. It just looks like, I don't know, I actually don't even know what's in the code. I think it's actually like kitchen items and whatever, but I just think it looks so perfect. And how cute is Derwin in the background? Are you kidding me? He is literally perfect for a Kidcore entrance. But I am just putting down a few little items here, stack of books and a little telephone. I kind of wanted to go with a semi-primary color theme for this, just because I feel like it's very quintessential Kidcore, but I did throw in a few other colors in there as well, just to kind of, I don't know, make it really colorful and fun. I did have a really, really good time just picking out colorways that I've never used before, because they've never really fit with the cottagecore theme that I typically go for, and it was just very freeing. I don't know. So if there's a theme that you're like afraid to do or that you feel like you can't do, I highly recommend that you just give it a try, because yeah, it's just, I don't know, it's really fun. Also, Freckles is so cute just hanging out. The two of them, the two little duckies on this island, were loving this theme. I did have to do this over the span of like 3 days, because I got really excited about like this first part, and then as I kept trying to figure out what to do with the like diagonal sides that I went with for this entrance, I ended up getting really stuck. So you'll see me kind of like go all over the place and decorate lots of different areas. And so yeah, just kind of bear with me. That the creative process was definitely just all over the place for this entrance, but we got where we needed to go in the end, so it's all good. For this area behind, I just want to kind of fill this in with trees and make it look kind of full, and yeah, I just don't like the blank spaces behind the stalls, I think. And then I'm just filling in some of these other empty spaces with some bushes and flowers. I kind of wanted to keep this fairly simple and not try to over decorate, because I am going to have to tear this down to do the next theme, which brings me to my question for you all. What themes would you like to see me do for this little series? I do have lots of ideas, but I really want to hear from you guys. If you're starting a specific theme on your island and you want some inspiration, I would love to try it out here in this little series. So definitely let me know in the comments below if there's something you'd like to see me do that would help you out. I would just love to hear your suggestions. A few of them that came in so far was like a tropical island, a grandma core island, city core. So those are ones that are on my list so far, but I love when you guys make suggestions for videos that you want to see. So definitely let me know in the comments below. But then for this other area here, I just wanted to add in a few more clips, because I feel like it really helps to kind of like frame the area in. I'm kind of just going with the flow at this point. I did really love the ants that popped up because I dropped that candy on the ground. I think that's so freaking cute, and I'm gonna have to save that idea for future islands because I think having the ants crawling is just such a cute little touch. It just kind of like, I don't know, it adds in some like movement and cuteness into the build, and I think it fits the Kidcore theme so well. I kind of completely forgot about the candy item, to be completely honest with you, but it's just like one of those things that because I was doing this theme and I was like searching feverishly for Kidcore items online, I was like, oh my gosh, I forgot this item even existed, which is another reason why I absolutely love doing this. I do like to make little seating areas near the entrance, so that's what I'm doing here, just trying to make like a little landing area when people get off the airport. I feel like this is a great place to put down like gifts for when you set your DA, if you want to like leave out an outfit for people to wear and stuff like that. I like having this like little area at the front to kind of, you know, do that sort of stuff with. And then at this point, I kind of had to like call it a day because I was so stuck trying to figure out how to frame this area in. I don't want these entrance themes to look like unfinished, even though the areas around them are going to be completely blank. So I'm trying to kind of like make it look like a complete build as much as humanly possible, but that was way more challenging than I anticipated. So I kind of like stop here at this point and I'm just like, okay, I've got to like go to bed and take a break. And then I came back and started working on the cliff again and how I wanted the shape to be. I ended up going with this sort of like oblong shape. I don't know what I was doing, just kind of going with the flow. I did want there to be enough space for me to add a second layer just because I think when you get off the airport, having like a higher cliff there, I think looks really neat. So I just kind of wanted to create like a nice little view there. I am struggling with terraforming. I'm honestly really terrible at it and it takes me a lot of trial and error to like get a shape that I really like. I end up cutting out a lot of the terraforming that I do, if you guys haven't noticed, because I'm just really bad. I also feel like I'm really bad at the controls sometimes as well. So, and I've been playing this game for years and I still mess up on the controls, which is kind of funny. But at this point, I'm just kind of like running around looking at the general shape. And then that's when I decided like, okay, we definitely need a second layer here. It's just looking way too flat and it's not giving the general shape that I'm looking for. So I really just make sure that all of my corners are rounded. That's like my only terraforming tip, is I just want the corners to be rounded because I think when they're square, it just doesn't look right. So there I am rounding off that and I just ended up with this weird little shape, but it actually looks kind of cool from the front, so I'm happy with it. Then I started to fill in the area to the right of the cliff, just wanting to make it look a little bit more full. I'm using some stunted trees here because I don't want to take away from your ability to kind of like see the middle area. And if I put full grown trees there, you definitely are not going to be able to see the rest of the build super well. So that's why I'm doing that. If you've never worked with stunted trees before, all you have to do is plant them as a sapling and then you can time travel like 1 or 2 days and then place a fruit behind or like around your tree and it will keep it small. It won't allow the tree to grow any further. So I really love doing that. I feel like it really adds so much dimension into the build and it's super easy to do just by time traveling and like planting fruit. So highly recommend that you give it a try if you have not tried it yet on your own island. And then I did swap out that playground for a mesh parasol. I think the red colorway looks so fun and fits the seam so well. I did want it to continue to use that playground though, so I just moved it kind of off to the side. And then I'm working on this little cliff area here, just want to make it look full, not doing anything super crazy, just planting some bushes and flowers. I struggled so much with decorating this cliff though, like I felt like I couldn't move and I kept getting stuck on like everything. It was driving me absolutely insane. I don't know what to do to like stop my player character from getting stuck every time I try to move around the tree. I might like start making my cliffs bigger than they need to be and then just like knock them down, you know, once I've decorated. I think that might make it easier. But yeah, for how tiny this area was, clearly I struggled so much with it. It was insane. But yeah, I just wanted to fill this in. I put a little garden wagon there. I think I'm gonna end up putting, do I put books here? Oh, the toy duck, so cute. I love the different colorways for that toy duck. I had so much fun putting it everywhere. I have this like obsession with putting ducks everywhere in this game. I don't know if you guys if you're a long time watcher, you probably remember when Quackcore was a thing when I was still streaming on YouTube, but it's definitely still a thing. It's alive and well, but I've never used any of the toy ducks that aren't the white one because I felt like the white just fits super well with natural islands. But yeah, I got to use all of the different colorways in this build and I had so much fun doing it. I don't know why I got the biggest kick out of that, but I did make this tiny little pond area and then I'm just filling it in with trees. This part was actually the most challenging part of the entire build because I didn't want to decorate too much and then have to tear it down when I do the next entrance, but I didn't want to leave this entire area blank either because it just makes it look really unfinished and I felt like it would look very bad in photos. So it's a really delicate balance, but I really love this blanket coat. I think it's so perfect. I love the little pencil and flowers on it. I kind of was worried that the color tones of the blanket wouldn't go super well with this build, but I'm just embracing the colorfulness and yeah, just like having so much fun with it. So going ahead and placing down the street lamp. I love putting custom designs underneath my street lamps and like different items like that. I think it just adds like a little extra layer of detail that I think is so, so cute. And then I have this custom design of like this ruler, pencils, like, I don't know, kind of like school vibes. So I went and put that over by the little trinket shop and then just placing a few other fun items around. I do want to mention that for all of these entrances that I'm going to be doing as part of this series, I am going to put the codes that I use in the description box instead of in my Pinterest like I usually do, because these aren't going to be full islands. They're just going to be kind of like little one-off like builds. So I feel like it would just be easier for you guys to put them in the description box so that you can easily reference them if you want to use them on your own island. But if you have a preference of me doing it a different way though, definitely let me know because I am open to suggestions. But for this build, I'm just going to leave them in the description. And yeah, I think I'm going to pop out of the voiceover and I will catch you guys in a couple seconds at the end of the build. world. I absolutely love how this turned out. Even though it's so colorful, I feel like it still looks very cohesive. Gail obviously loves it so much. Wait, I think that's Allie actually. Oh my goodness. But she obviously loves it so much, she literally couldn't even get out of it for me to be able to do an outro for this island. So I really hope that you guys enjoyed this theme. Definitely let me know what you'd like to see for future entrances. But if you enjoyed this video, definitely don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you very soon in the next one. Bye!